on everything. So I got a new brush guard for the truck for $100. I took the old one off, sold it. Got money out of it to pay for this one. It looks like a lot better. Put a new tip on there, put an RBP tip on my truck. That's gonna be it for a little while. And I put a big Bobcat sticker in the back window. That's been about it. The trailer, however, has had a freaking overhaul. I got a spare tire mount. Well, spare tire rack to strap it off to. Nothing major, nothing fancy. New hubs, new brakes, new bearings, new tires and rims on there. My buddy Aaron's gonna come back and help me rewire the brakes up because they need to be hardwired. They got little plugs that's causing problems, and one side works and the other side don't work, so we got to get that fixed out. But before I do that, I'm taking the deck out. I'm gonna put a new deck in the trailer and I'm gonna repaint it. I think I'm gonna paint it either black or white. The fenders, I really can't do a whole lot about them. I'd like to go in and cut, and I may go in and cut the bottom, cut the top, and bend that back straight as I can get it and kind of fix it up where it looks so crappy. And then what I'd like to do, because really the rust is not, there's a little bit on the sides, but I'm really not concerned because that's, that's just inside. But on the top, I'd like to get some chrome diamond pleat and put it over the top of it to repaint it. But it needs to be repainted. The yellow and rust does not look real appealing to me. So it needs to be fixed. But over here, we're starting to look like we got a damn attachment yard over here for Bobcat. Of course, our original set attachments, and then the new ones are sitting here. And I'll walk through each one of these. About a month ago, I was where I work at right now. It's a Bobcat, and I came across this 80-inch smooth bottom bucket. Me and Dad have been talking about getting one for a while. Kind of him-hauled around about it. It's like, not right now. We don't need to spend the money, all that. Till I found this one and I brought it home, and Dad was like, that thing is not leaving, and we bought one. It's really handy for doing driveways, doing the drive, doing finished dirt work. Our big tooth bucket's still good for pushing and doing severe dirt work, but this thing is handy as hell for your finish work that ain't gonna be bending it and tearing it up. Of course, we still got the Scarfire, the other forks, and the grapples. I got the couplers fixed. Everything was working just fine when I hooked them up on the right way even, which even surprised me. But so let's explain the reason for those real quick. So on these forks, it's got this high top. It's kind of hard getting on off the machine. But these are Dad's forks, and I'll probably always own a second machine, whether it be that one or another one. So I thought to myself, I like to be able to get on off stuff comfortably. So today, these two taking mine were bought in the last 24 hours. Plain and simple. So today, I bought those. Instead of low step pallet forks, they were used. We used them in rental. So they were cheaper, and they work just fine. It's got this bent step, which I can probably take it off and straighten it out somehow and make it to where it's don't look like that. But I like to get the bell spears that go on there, which is a slide-on thing. I don't know if they still do that or not, but I'm going to look it up and see if they do. I like to get the bell spears for it, because I think we're going to try to, we'll get into the, whenever we start cutting this for hay, it'd be handy to have those spears for doing round bells, which we'll go into that another day. So I bought these. I just actually got them home. They're in really good shape. They haven't been used like a lot, but they have been used. So yeah, make it a lot easier getting it off the machine. And on spud, it's kind of difficult sometimes, so these help out a lot. But then let's explain this. This is one of them things of why the hell do you own a snow blade when we don't get that much snow? Well, there's the point. We have two. I bought the one I built for this one, and yes, I sold it. I made a little money off of it, and yeah, so I sold that one, and Dad's getting ready to take the one off his gator. The one with the gator, we've had all kinds of trouble with, and it just seems like when you go to use it, it's just pain. Hooking it up's pain, and we were like, why have two when we can have one? That goes on that. All you have to do is get out, hook up two hoses, you're already hooked up to it normally, or you hook up the hoses, and you're off and plowing snow. And this one here, yeah, it's a little rusty. It's got a few little issues on it, but it's in really good shape. So we're going to get rid of the John Deere blade on our Gator and just go to this, because this just makes a lot more sense to have one, and we bought it for cheap enough that it'll pay for itself over and over again. And it's a Bobcat, and it matches the whole freaking, like, you know, yard here of stuff. And no, we're not done buying attachments. We got 2 other ones we're hoping to get here in the next year or 2. And you guys know what those are, an auger and a brush cat, and that's coming, trust me. I want it to happen faster than my dad wants it to happen, but nonetheless, we're going to be doing it eventually. We're still going to rent one to do the backfield. That's coming here probably in a month or 2. So yeah, be looking forward to that. So yeah, that's kind of the layout of what's going on here. Spud is in the operating room right now, getting the, well, I don't know if I've even explained what the hell's going on, but here it is. We're going to be diesel swapping Spud. So my parts machine came with a Kubota diesel. I'm taking the Wisconsin out and putting in the diesel motor. What I'm doing is getting the motor out, fixing the jack shaft bearings, making sure all that's fixed and up and operational, and doing all the major cutting some stuff and fabricating and bolting and getting everything in, and then all like the power and the making sure everything's running right, and you know, got any issues, that's gonna let to somebody else. That'll probably be this winter, if not next spring's rest of its project. But I know I'll have this probably in here by at least, the motor will be in by winter, and then we'll get it hooked up and get it. I like to at least start it, make sure it's going to be worth the shit. And I've heard it run on video, but I haven't heard it run in person. So that's kind of my whole point here, is I want to hear it run in person. I got the filters and the oil to change in it from work. So yeah, we got the parts machine's been tore apart. There's a lot of parts I threw away, a lot of parts that weren't worth the count, but I kept the valve bank, some plates, some cylinders. I'm gonna get the big lift cylinders off eventually. It's back there in the woods, so when I get the bearings apart, I can see whether or not I gotta have the bearings or not, because the bearings are good in that one, so I'm gonna save those. Those are about $100 a piece bearings. When I got done with this machine, I took the screen off, I took off the back plate and that bottom piece, and I unhooked the wiring. That's been about it in the last probably week. I haven't had time to work on this thing. I've been really busy lately, and I just got another new thing in, a new welder, so I'm going to be going and playing with that this evening, so I won't get to this till probably tomorrow afternoon, probably Sunday a little bit, and I try to work on it in the evenings, and I'd like to get the motor pulled within the next week or so, and start getting the other one laid out, how I want to get it in there, and hopefully get it set in there and done. I just want to get it bolted back down, and then start fixing little things. And the little things I probably won't fix myself, probably just have somebody else do it that knows what the hell they're doing, because I know what I'm doing to an extent, I just don't know everything, so I want to ask some people who know what the hell they're doing, look it over and make sure it's right. So yeah, we've been working on this and working on a lot of stuff outside. I need to do some videos on all that, but a lot of fence row work and a lot of brush pile burning, and just been busy. Where I work, I've had the opportunity to bring home some equipment and stuff, so I've gotten to try out the new latest and greatest stuff. The skid steer's back. It's been in the shop twice this summer. That's always a very expensive bill. The tilt cylinders were actually, the seal blowed out of one of them, and come to find out the damn things are bent. So had to get 2 new cylinders for the front, and so we replaced those, and we're good to go, I guess, now. So yeah, been a kind of expensive 2020 so far. We've had a lot of shit in the shop this year. My truck's been in the shop a couple times this year, but for nothing major. Some recall stuff, you know, those Eco Diesels, they have some recall stuff done to them. You hear a lot of negative comments about the Eco Diesels, but I'm here to tell you they're fine trucks. It just, you gotta work the bugs out of them, and if that don't work, you go delete them. You didn't hear me say that, but that's just the way it's going to have to be eventually. So, yeah, I even found these. I was at work, and they came in, and I bought the first set we had, but these dust covers for couplers, I've been wanting to set those for a long time. Finally got them, and they're even orange, so that's pretty cool. Skid steer's been cleaned up. We haven't done like a whole hell of a lot up here. It's been super freaking hot. Humidity sucks. We're starting back on the goat pen, which I ain't even shared what the hell's going on there, but I'll be doing some more video recording on that. But there's the Kubota diesel. If anybody has any input on what to do, or what to watch for, anything like that, let me know in the comments. It had water in the bottom of the oil pan, but the oil was on top, but there's nothing rusted up in there. My boss actually told me to take out these injectors off, and then pull the glow plugs out, and then squirt some WD-40 and stuff in there, and then turn around a couple of revolutions and change the oil in it and run it. And that it turns over, so it's not locked up. So that's on the agenda to get done, but we got that pulled out. I'm ready to pull the other one and get that put back in there, so that way I can get it all up and running, getting it ready. I do have, like I said, the oil changes in here. Got the new filter and some oil there, but I got a big jug of oil to throw in it. But so yeah, that's kind of on when I get time to do it, and it's really not pressing, so I just get to it when I can. But yeah, so anyhow, just comment, rate, subscribe. Catch y'all next one. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for staying patient, and keep on watching, because there's gonna be some changes coming. So anyhow, catch you later. Thanks for watching.